Hi there. My name is Mrs. Oliveto, and I'm here with you tonight to read you one of my favorite picture books. I'm from Setauket Elementary School, and I work with Mrs. Beck in her fifth grade classroom. So I'd like to read with you Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. One of my favorites. I hope it's one of yours too. It's by Judith Viorst. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. In the carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm going to be carsick. No one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At school, Mrs. Dixon liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. At singing time, she said I sang too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend, and that Albert Moyo was his next best friend, and that I was only his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream part falls off the cone part and it lands in Australia. There were two cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag. Albert got a Hershey bar with almond, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on top. Guess whose mother forgot to put in dessert? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Oh, gosh, not easy. There we go. That's what it was because after school, my mom took all of us to the dentist, and Mr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I said, I'm going to Australia. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot while we were waiting for my mom to go get the car. Another Anthony made me fall when it was muddy. And then when I started crying because of the mud, Nick said I was a crybaby. And while I was punching Nick for saying I was a crybaby, my mom came back with a car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. I am having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes, but then the shoe man said we're all sold out. That they made me buy plain old white ones, but they can't make me wear them. When we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with the copy machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk. I was careful as could be, except for my elbow. He also said don't fool around with his phone, but I think I called Australia. My dad said please don't pick him up anymore. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. There were lima beans for dinner. I hate limas. They were kissing on TV. I hate kissing. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes. My marble went down the drain. I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlights burned out, and I bit my tongue. The cat went to sleep with Anthony, not with me. It had been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom said, some days are like that, even in Australia. I hope you enjoyed listening to Alexander and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. And I certainly hope you have a great day today and tomorrow.